Antoine de Saint-Exupéry quotes. And now here is my secret, a very simple secret. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. Love does not consist of gazing at each other, but in looking outward together in the same direction. All grown-ups were once children, but only few of them remember it. It is the time you have wasted for your rose that makes your rose so important. Goodbye, said the fox. And now here is my secret, a very simple secret. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. What makes the desert beautiful, said the little prince, is that somewhere it hides a well. The most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or touched, they are felt with the heart. People have forgotten this truth, the fox said. But you mustn't forget it. You become responsible forever for what you've tamed. You're responsible for your rose. Grown-ups never understand anything by themselves, and it is tiresome for children to be always and forever explaining things to them. You alone will have the stars as no one else has them. In one of the stars I shall be living. In one of them I shall be laughing. And so it will be as if all the stars were laughing. When you look at the sky at night, you, only you, will have stars that can laugh. It is such a mysterious place, the land of tears. Well, I must endure the presence of a few caterpillars if I wish to become acquainted with the butterflies. Of course I'll hurt you. Of course you'll hurt me. Of course we will hurt each other. But this is the very condition of existence. To become spring, means accepting the risk of winter. To become presence, means accepting the risk of absence. You see, one loves the sunset when one is so sad. You become responsible, forever, for what you have tamed. I shall look at you out of the corner of my eye, and you will say nothing. Words are the source of misunderstandings. If you love a flower that lives on a star, it is sweet to look at the sky at night. All the stars are abloom with flowers. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Perfection is achieved, not when there is nothing more to add, but when there is nothing left to take away. She cast her fragrance and her radiance over me. I ought never to have run away from her. I ought to have guessed all the affection that lay behind her poor little stratagems. Flowers are so inconsistent. But I was too young to know how to love her. You're beautiful, but you're empty. No one could die for you. True love begins when nothing is looked for in return. I remembered the fox. One runs the risk of crying a bit if one allows oneself to be tamed. A rock pile ceases to be a rock pile the moment a single man contemplates it, bearing within him the image of a cathedral. In those days, I didn't understand anything. I should have judged her according to her actions, not her words. She perfumed my planet and lit up my life. I should never have run away. I ought to have realized the tenderness underlying her silly pretensions. Flowers are so contradictory. But I was too young to know how to love her. When someone blushes, doesn't that mean yes? But if you tame me, then we shall need each other. To me, you will be unique in all the world. To you, I shall be unique in all the world. No single event can awaken within us a stranger whose existence we had never suspected. To live is to be slowly born. I did not know how to reach him, how to catch up with him. The land of tears is so mysterious. I have no right to say or do anything that diminishes a man in his own eyes. What matters is not what I think of him but what he thinks of himself. Hurting a man in his dignity is a crime. I have lived a great deal among grown ups. I have seen them intimately, close at hand. And that hasn't much improved my opinion of them. Love consists of not looking each other in the eye, but of looking outwardly in the same direction. If you want to build a ship, don't drum up the men to gather wood, divide the work, and give orders. Instead, teach them to yearn for the vast and endless sea. The proof that the little prince existed is that he was charming, that he laughed, and that he was looking for a sheep. If anybody wants a sheep, that is a proof that he exists. I am who I am and I have the need to be. To forget a friend is sad. Not everyone has had a friend. But if you come at just any time, I shall never know at what hour my heart is to be ready to greet you. No one is ever satisfied where he is. What saves a man is to take a step, then another step,